In this video, I'm going to show you about using the putSNS processor in Nifi. Let's come to the canvas, and then here I created a process group called SNS demo. If you go into the process group and pull a processor and put SNS here, we can see putSNS. SNS is simple notification service in Amazon Web Services. Here we can see the tags Amazon, publish, SNS, topic, AWS, put and pub sub. So these are the categories that it falls under. So it is appropriately tagged. So click on SNS, and here we can see the configurations. It is asking for on, and then on type, email of the subject, email of the subject of the email, and then region, and then AWS credentials. We have seen already in the other videos in this series how to set AWS credential provider service credentials. So let's start with the tutorial. Let's delete this processor first. Pull a processor called S3 list. If you type S3, list S3, and then what we will do in this video is we will pull some files from S3 and then publish. As soon as it is successful, we will publish that message to the content of that message to the SNS topic. So all these processes are related to AWS processors, list S3, fetch S3, and then put SNS. Let's configure the list S3. The main thing we have to set is the bucket name. Here I'm gonna set my bucket name, which should be available in my S3 account. And the region of that bucket is US East 1, Northern Virginia. And then access key, secret access key, we are going to set via AWS credential provide service. I already configured the SNS credential here. You can select that. If you want to see what's that exactly is, click on that. Yes, save. It's this service which is enabled. And if you can click on the settings over here, you can see the properties. All I have set is access key ID and secret access key. Since these are sensitive values, those are not displayed here. But however, I can edit them. If you see here, the history, admin has entered the password there, which is sensitive property true. So here also you can see the history of that. And let me close this. So my list S3 is configured now. I have to connect it to the next processor. So that's the error here. Relationship success is invalid. Pull the fetch S3 processor to fetch the items that were listed by the list S3 processor. Yes. And then once we have to configure this, here the bucket is invalid and the relationships are, these are the three warnings that we see. Let's configure that as well. Bucket is the same bucket, the list where list has been done. And the region is US East 1, Northern Virginia itself. And then the same credentials we have to mention. Apply. And let's connect these fetch objects. Let's start this one. Start this process. So in this S3 bucket, there should be 6 items here. List queue. You can see all the file names. This is a random file name, UUID. This is second UUID, ec2sample.yaml, hello.txt, recording.com, and sample.txt. These are the 6 files that are existing in the S3 location, and we can't view this because list will not load the original content in the flow file. It's just the metadata of the flow files. So, and then let's pull the SNS processor here, the one which we are demonstrating here in this video. And then let's connect to putSNS when it is successful. And add a funnel. When it is failure, let's drive to this funnel. And then we are good to start this fetch. So let's start this processor. Refresh. We can see the same 6 records were in the out section. And then all these 6 records went into this queue of to the putSNS. And if you view the list, it will be the same content that has been passed. But now you can see the content, because the first content is grayed out because it is 0 byte size. So it's grayed out. But the next, it has 34 bytes and we can view the content, right? And then next, similarly, we can see all the contents, right? So that is done. Now let's configure the putSNS process. If you hover on that, it says 3 warnings. One is Amazon resource name on. We need to mention the SNS topic name. Configure. Here we need to mention the SNS topic name, which is the on of this. If you go to the AWS console and go to your SNS topic, in the description, you should see the on of that. Enter that here and mention the region as well. US East 1, which is Northern Virginia. Here it is. Okay. And then email subject can be anything. I can say that SNS Nifi demo. Notification. And then the actual subject, actual body of the email should be the content of the file. For example, let's inspect that. We will see a file before the queue and what is published inside that. And then also we need to provide the credentials again. Note that the credentials that here should have access to SNS as well. So earlier we used the same credentials for S3. This credentials, this user has access for both full S3 access and full SNS access as well. I mean, full in the sense the list and fetch over there. And then here it is put SNS, publish the record to the SNS. So these privileges should be attached. This policy should be attached to this credentials. Let's save this. Now we are ready. Only the relationships are pending. Let's drag 2 relationships. One is for success, one is for failure. With success, go there. With failure, go there. Okay, let's inspect one of the message that we see. So this hello.txt have a message called hello. So one of the email notification that we get from SNS will have this content hello with subject Nifi demo notification, right? And also the SNS topic, there should be an email. If you want to get the emails, there should be an email subscribed to this SNS topic that I already configured in my AWS console. That's not the intention of this tutorial or video. So I didn't show it ahead, but in AWS tutorial, when I make a video on that, I will show you how to subscribe an email to an SNS topic. For now, we are good to start this process. Start the process, refresh. If you see here, there are 5 success messages and 1 failure messages. If you hover this, I got one failure because it says that empty message. So publishing failed for flow file sample.txt, and the status code is 400, and parameter is, it says, is empty message. So one of the 6 files that I have, one of the file has content 0 byte content. That's the failure, because putSNS processor will publish the body of the message as the content of the flow file itself, and SNS won't allow an empty content to be published. So that's the failure, one failure. And the other 5 flow files have the content and that meet the requirement of the publish SNS message. So 5 files are in this queue. If I view this queue, see, this all files have some file size greater than 0 bytes, and this file has file size of 0 bytes, which is the reason for the failure. So as soon as the messages has published to the SNS, the email IDs that are not subscribed to this SNS topic will get those alerts. For example, here in this case, I got 5 new notifications. If you see those 5 new notifications, SNS Nifi demo notifications, and then you see the contents, one of the file has contents this, and that was published here. So that's how this works. I hope you got a better understanding of putSNS processor in this video. If you like this video, please click on the like and please subscribe to the channel.